To vent my frustration, I actually trapped my parents and my sister in a deep pit in the middle of a forest. To make sure they didn't starve to death, I'd toss some food and water down into the pit every now and then. Although they were furious down there was nothing they could do about it, because this pit was dozens of meters deep. There was no way they could climb out with their bare hands. Just like that, they were trapped for a full 6 months. And the reason why I did something so crazy, it all started a few days ago. That day, I got a 0 on a test. My teacher kept me after class because of it. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. When I got home, I saw my carefree parents and sister, and that just made me even more resentful. Why did they get to live without any rules while I had to wake up early and stay up late just for school? Even when I wanted to play a video game, my dad would set a strict time limit. Feeling depressed, I went for a walk in the forest by myself. And as I was walking, I stumbled upon something incredible. There was a massive pit, dozens of meters deep. The moment I saw it, a terrible idea popped into my head. If I trapped my parents and sister here, then no one could control me anymore. So during lunch, I casually asked my parents, "Why is there a big pit over in the forest?" My father told me that the pit was actually dug by some developers, but for some reason they abandoned the project, so it just became an unfinished construction site. He also said the area was completely deserted for miles around. If someone accidentally fell into that pit, nobody would ever find them. Hearing my father say that, my plan was set in stone. First, I slipped some sleeping pills into their drinks. After confirming the right dose for an adult, I turned my evil hands towards my parents and my sister. Soon they were all in a deep sleep. I dragged them out of the house, put them onto a handcart, and under the cover of darkness, I dumped them into the deep dark pit. The next day, when the drugs wore off, they woke up terrified to find they were imprisoned in a pit in the forest, and I was the only one missing. In that instant, they realized that the person behind all this was me, their treasured child. Desperate, they screamed for help towards the sky, but it was all completely useless, because for miles and miles around there was no one else but them.